I think it's time to take a look back at Hollow Knight, don't you? No, I'm asking you, that wasn't rhetorical. How old does a game have to be before it's a candidate for a retrospective? I couldn't find any consensus on this. I wanted to ask the YouTube Video Game Council, but they never answered. Probably because they don't exist. So I had to make my own call, and I'm gonna say 7 years. Hey, look at that. Exactly long enough for Hollow Knight to qualify. That's convenient. I was planning to wait until Silksong got a release date to make this, to sort of commemorate the first game, but it's been 5 freaking years since that first trailer, and I think even the most diehard have some doubts at this point. I mean, look at the world right now. We might seriously, plausibly have World War III sooner than a sequel to Hollow Knight. Skynet might get released sooner than Silksong. God, the world is such a stupid place. Alright, that was a little bleak. Let's talk about Hollow Knight already. I have a lot of good memories of my first time with Hollow Knight. Setting out with just a nail in my hand and adventure in my heart. No clue what was going on, just wondering what happened to this world, what made these bugs turn evil, and who filled them with orange juice. I think everyone who plays Hollow Knight has a different moment when it hits them. For me, it was the City of Tears for the first time, just getting a full sense of the grandeur and what was lost. I remember thinking, this feels like Act 2. I must be about a third of the way through the game. Yeah, turns out Hollow Knight is pretty epic in scale, and every time I thought I had seen it all, I'd stumble into yet another breathtaking new part of the map and my wonder would be renewed. It's crazy how good the design is. You take 5 steps into a new area and you already know what the vibe is. See for yourself. See? A lot of that is the music, but I'll come back to that. The music deserves its own section. Just hour after hour of wonder and discovery, each new area a new adventure, except for Deep Nest, that whole place can burn in hell. And I love the art style. At first I thought it was silly because, well, it kinda is, but it works. I don't know whose idea it was to take a dark Soulsian world, a story of a crumbling kingdom of legends and monsters and prevailing against hopelessness, and then fill that whole world with cartoonish beady-eyed bug creatures. It shouldn't fit. By all rights, it should be like putting a foot in a glove, but by whatever alchemy of themes Hollow Knight has, it just works. Needless to say, I loved it. It might just be one of my favorite games of all time. It's definitely my favorite Metroidvania, and there's some worthy competitors in that category. Definitely deserving of a video, which makes this my second video retrospective about a popular indie game about a knight, so subscribe for more of that, I guess. But as I fired Hollow Knight up for another playthrough, would I still love it today? Does it still have the magic it once held for me? Does it still hold up? Yeah, of course it does. I don't know why I made it sound like there was any doubt. I was surprised by what I remembered and what I had forgotten. I forgot how big and labyrinthine the game is because I managed to get lost again pretty quickly. Hallow Nest is a place where you can go down the wrong street and wind up in a completely different neighborhood. It's damn impressive that the map can be this huge and still so interconnected, though having a good fast travel system helps too. It's certainly convenient that even the farthest dead-end dives of the kingdom still get their own bus station. Hallow Nest's commitment to public transit is commendable. I forgot how many friendly faces there were scattered throughout the game. Special mention to my map man, who I honestly feel like I'm taking advantage of. I'll tell you right now, if I hiked down to the depths to chart a nightmare zone on a hand-drawn map, I'd be charging more than 38 geo. There's also bug adventurers of various types, ready to make small talk. It's a little thing, but it adds so much charm. It's a little less charming on a replay when you know how badly some of these characters are gonna end up. Oh, I forgot how good the combat feels. You fight exactly the way that I would expect a little bug who is also a knight would fight, as weird as that sounds. A nimble little bugger, constantly stinging away. I could pogo off enemies' skulls all day and night. I kinda wish I could stab a sword into my own skull and gouge out some of the memories of my first playthrough, because there was so much fun discovering things for the first time, and barring some brain trauma, I'll never get that feeling again. I forgot how good the music is, too. Oh wait, no, I didn't, because I still listen to it to this day. I know I said I was going to talk about the music, but there are no words for this audible wonder. There's probably words, but I'm not good at talking about music. You know, if you asked me what the soundtrack to a cave full of mushrooms should be, I wouldn't have a clue. But you play some of this, and yeah, that's what that sounds like. That's a mushroom cave. You did it, Music Man. And once you beat the game, you can challenge the Colosseum or do boss rush stuff, Or maybe check out the lore. There's people who have made entire careers dissecting the lore of this game. Music, lore, combat, it's one hell of a testament to the game's quality that you can cut it up into its individual pieces, and each of those pieces are worth your time. I always have trouble when I like a game this much and I want to recommend it to other people without overselling it. How to say, I really want you to play this, but I don't want to set expectations too high? What if they play Hollow Knight and they only think it's really good, or pretty good? I had a friend who gave up on the game in the first hour. He said it was too slow. I wanted to shake him. You fool! You had greatness in your hands and you let it slip your grasp. I do kinda get where he's coming from though. That first hour or two is maybe a little slow. I felt my enthusiasm waning on the first playthrough. This, of course, has to be weighed against the 20 to 30 hours of amazingness that comes right after, but maybe Silksong will fix that little problem. Speaking of Silksong, I'm honestly getting a little worried. Not just because of the years of radio silence, but because the more I replay Hollow Knight, the more I think, maybe the reason it's taking so long is because they put all their ideas into the first game. Like they've just been sitting around the drawing board for 7 years, trying to find new types of insects or figure out what biomes they haven't used yet. So, could we do like a lava area? Why would bugs live near a volcano? I don't know, man. You come up with something. Well, we'll see, I guess. Well, this video's done. Why not watch another one?